Sounds good. Yeah.
All right. If we can get started now. All right. So hi everyone. Get started now. It's going to be day one of our actual adventure. Venturing into Eberron and our cool world that we built together in the last 2 weeks. Before we get started, Stephanie, do you have a question about your character?
No, I'm gonna be mostly quiet while I still try to figure out what the hell is going on. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, and don't worry about, honestly, like, I've got your character sheet stuff too, so like, you can not worry about understanding everything right now. Except you kind of not really understand everything, and don't worry about focusing on like, what did he mean by this comment, this comment, this comment. As they come up, we'll like take the time to talk about it. And same with you, Jared. I know I've got your sheet too, so I can help with any questions.
I appreciate that.
I have mine.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I didn't mean to like be like, did you guys have every single thing? You know what every number is and all that? Like it's not. Yeah, it's more just like anything that's really curious on the top of your mind. I can help you out with it really quick. But we're good to go. So I kind of want to start off similar to how we've been starting off, which is everyone just saying like a couple, just quick slug line of their character, and you can introduce yourself too, and that way we kind of know who's all playing with. Let's start with the Mixmaster Jared over there.
Sure. So I am Robeth Rohar, definitely not a changeling. I'm a wizard apprentice here to survey sites. You wouldn't know that my name is Flux and that I'm a rogue. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is like, I don't know really how this goes, if I should like talk about my backstory or if that's something that I'm like hiding.
Just talk, I think that's good enough.
Okay.
You got a detailed backstory and people can cover that in games.
Okay, cool.
Nikki?
All right, my name's Tunnel Bluff. I'm a shifter ranger. I'm being sent up to the state by House Vidalis as sort of a specialized trapper, and also expect to be kind of hunting for the community while we get the estate in order.
Awesome. And Mr. Davis?
All right, I'm Caleb. I'm playing Chippus Meridian, the professional student who has been kind of coerced into leading an expedition to reclaim his ancestral homeland.
All right. And Stephanie?
Stephanie, I'm playing Cora Tealeaf, who is a druid halfling with a dragon mark from the House Durasco. I'm coming into this. Oh my gosh. What did we end up deciding on the reason? Like, I'm sorry, I'm confused about what we decided the timeline was.
Yeah.
Like, we're all coming in. Oh,
we're all on a boat.
Yeah.
We're like on a barge heading up to the
barge. We're on a barge.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna get started off with your initially going into this expedition.
Cool.
To like go basically figure out what's going on with this town of Riverweep that was taken over and lost during the end of the last war. And you guys are basically being sent out from Onder as an expedition to resettle it, even though it's slightly in contested Eldine Reaches territory. All right. So I'm down to just jump right into it. You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. So we're going to begin on this big open barge. You guys have been traveling up from Lake Galifar on the Wern River, headed to whatever remains of this estate. And on this barge is everyone that's volunteered or was sent out in order to join this expedition and get started with this new sort of village building. And I'm going to take this headset out for just a second because hearing myself talk is really hard when I'm giving a lot of exposition. All right, and so you guys are on this barge, and basically in the middle of this barge, this big stone hearth that can be used for cooking and making light in the night. There's little sleeping areas around where people have their bedrolls and their little belongings that are setting next to it. The river is a bit swampy, and the trees are a bit mossy and a bit sparse on the shorelines. There's a little cabin towards the rear in the middle of the barge, and in this cabin is where Sheila, who is Caleb, what's your character's name?
Chippis.
Chippis, yes, Sheila, who is Chippis's aunt, and kind of the one that spurned this whole expedition on and got permission from the queen to do it. And she stays in this little cabin that she kind of keeps to herself, and she's not seen on deck very often. Right in front of the cabin, sitting, surrounded by tons of little pieces of paper that he's got little rocks on to hold down from the wind, is Valanik Valgek, and he is your House Civis gnome that was brought on to do all of the legal work and all of the paperwork for all this new expedition. On the very front of the barge, in a big, cushy, padded lounge chair, is Vanya. Vanya is Chippis's uncle, married to Sheila, and he lounges very casually on the side and looks off in the distance. He's a very pensive man. And he had this chair taken from Passage and from the capital of Onder, and it's his favorite chair, and he never goes anywhere without it. On the eastern side of the boat is a man named Varric Draymond and his 3 Warforged. You know, he was sent along to help build the city. He's fishing, and alongside him is one of the Warforged fishing. You might have met this Warforged at some point. His name's Boxer. And you see 2 other Warforged just standing very stoically and not moving, but not really on guard either, as if they just don't know what to do with themselves, right behind them. On the western side of the boat, leaning on each other and dangling their feet off the edge, brushing the tips of the water, are the 3 Carnathians. And they're wearing dark, lots of leather, and they have little spikes around them. And they generally keep to themselves. And perhaps you might have heard something about them being religious refugees towards the end of the war. And the very rear of the barge is a giant cart, just packed full, overflowing, with all of the initial supplies that you've been set out with to start up this new estate. And also, sitting next to the large cart is a very, very nervous-looking Triceratops. And you know that this Triceratops is the companion of Cora's cousin, Tanta. And that this Triceratops is kind of being used as the animal to move all these stores from the barge into the estate from when you get there. But Tonto, this Triceratops, does not seem to be enjoying water travel. And then Mort D. Orion is this very large, burly man with a big gold earring. Never seen him wear a shirt. And he is at the helm. And he is controlling this giant ring of water at the back of your barge, which is commonly known that House Orion uses bound water elementals in a large ring in order to push their ships across the oceans and the rivers. So, that's kind of the setting, and that's where everyone is. It's the afternoon. What do you think you guys would be doing on the barge?
I think I am over at the hearth with a pot full of river caught fish, adding some spices and tasting a little bit of the fish stew that I'm making.
Awesome.
Is there some sort of like a crow's nest?
It's a pretty low barge, but it's got like a cabin on it, and it wouldn't be absurd to climb on top of that.
Sure, I'm up there. I'm sitting up there just kind of like looking at what's around us.
Yeah.
I'm standing not too far away from this sick-looking triceratops, drinking a cup of tea and trying to decide whether it's worth trying to talk to the person who decided it was a good idea to bring a triceratops on a barge to see if I can help that poor suffering triceratops. But in doing so, have to talk to this person who I really don't want to talk to because people suck.
I think I'm going over to our lawyer and like picking up his papers and looking at them, and then just like trying to sound smart in his area of expertise, but probably failing because that's not really what I'm trained for.
Great. He's busily grabbing them back from you, and he's like, don't go back on that stuff. This is all the C342 forms, and if we don't have these requisition, then we're not going to be able to get certified by House Civis when we start a message station. So could you please stop picking those up?
You know, before the Treaty of Thronehold, that would actually have been unnecessary. You know, in my pre-Galifarian history class, we learned. But I just keep going like that.
That's what's happening over there. Live jazz acts in the background. The Orion sailor is kind of leaning on a stick, controlling the ship. His Dragomark's going to do it, and he pulls out a saxophone and is serenading everyone on board the barge, and he's down the river. But Tanta, your cousin, comes up to you sipping tea, Laura, and says, "Oh, Tonto, he's not in a good way. He has not slept the entire journey."
Who hasn't slept? Sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing.
Oh, Tonto has not slept the entire journey. The Triceratops.
Oh God, that's not good. I begrudgingly rifle through one of the pouches of herbs that I have on me. Dump out my cup of tea into the water, and quickly mix something together, and begrudgingly go up to the lady. Hey, your Triceratops is asleep. You're out for you to give him. Take it. Bye.
Great. So that person is here, man. Yeah, let's wait till this plane passes over. Maybe get like a little bit of a spot. So that person is Tanta, your cousin, your little cousin that you're taking after.
Wait, my little cousin has the.
Huh?
Okay. This was me being confused about me. Okay. So I'm a little less rude to my cousin, only slightly.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
I'm still not extremely happy about the fact that my family thought that I would be a good mentor for this cousin of mine. But I'm a little snarky with him for not telling me sooner that his Triceratops was unhappy.
Like, ooh, what's this? Is it magic? He says,
No.
grabbing the tea.
Sandra, it's not magic. It's
Not
just
but is it gonna make him fall asleep? Does it have to cast a spell? Do you have to do any enchantments or anything?
no, honey, no. It's simple. It's a variation on chamomile.
Do you feed it through the mouth, or he starts to kind of lift up the Triceratops tail?
No, you coax him to drink it. This is not that kind of treatment, my dude.
Oh, okay. All right. So make a roll on your d20, and what you're going to do is you're going to do a herbalism check to see how well your potion works, well your concoction of tea to settle the Triceratops.
I'm going to roll a digital d20 because I think my cat may have stolen my d20. Please hold while I.
Maybe we should mute it for a bit.
I mean, you could.
Wait, that one. And it's just a regular d20, right? I get.
Yes.
Oh, that's not great. It's a 6.
A 6? All right. So since you're proficient in herbalism, you could add +2 to that roll for your proficiency bonus.
Okay, 8.
And you also get to use your wisdom for it. Because it's like it's your wisdom, your wise thing that gives that. So you could add your wisdom bonus.
And is that the +3?
Yep.
Okay, so 11.
11. Great. So Tanta holds the potion, kind of strokes the anxious Triceratops head, and it begins sipping from the potion, or the tea, basically. And seems to settle down a little bit. Starting to look like a little more drowsy.
Good.
All right, and Jared, or not Jared. What's your name right now? You got a lot of them.
Yeah, sorry. I gotta remember too. Robeth Rohar. So
Beth Rohar.
Robeth.
Ro, right?
Ro, yeah. Yeah, Ro for short.
All right. Vanya leans back and shouts, Ro, I got something for you.
They hop down and run over, or walk over.
All right. So Vanya, who was always wearing very long robes and lots of layers, pulls out a little ball. It seems to be made of crystal. Like, I've been waiting till we were closer to our destination, but I grabbed this from Varda. I thought maybe you could use it. Passes you the ball.
I inspect it. Do I know what this is?
You have Arcana?
Yeah, I'm proficient.
All right. We'll go ahead and roll a d20 and add your Knowledge Arcana bonus.
Okay, I got a 4 plus, I think it's +4, so 8.
It could be magical.
Okay. I thank him and I ask what I'm meant to do with this.
Well, I was thinking, since you're so good at all the magic, could you answer some questions for me with the ball? Ask some things from it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent. You have no idea how much money I spent on this.
I think it'll be worth your investment.
How long must I continue to toil on this earth? How many more years will I live?
I stare deeply into the ball. Is he a human or what?
He's a half elf.
Half elf. Okay. I tell him 60 more years, but you better eat well.
Oh God. 60 years. Okay. Let's find something more practical, more useful. So this expedition into the Elding Reaches, will it be successful? Will they accept this on their colony, or will we be rushed out? And will we ultimately meet our doom?
I look into the ball again, and I kind of like toss it back and forth between my two hands. And
Ooh, why don't you do a sleight of hand check to see how well you convincingly you? Yeah.
Okay, I got what was a 16 plus 7.
Oh yeah.
So.
Okay, you throw a
And I say that the ball's cloudy. It won't tell me the answer.
I knew it was a cheap number. Well, then it won't be able to answer all our ultimate questions. You know that burning thing that keeps us all up tonight?
Yeah, like what?
What caused the mourning? The great mourning, the destruction of Syri? What caused the devastation? Is it going to happen again? Are we already doomed?
Can I do another sleight of hand and make the ball like disappear into my pouch?
Ooh, absolutely.
13 plus 7, so 20.
Nice. Yeah. And you don't want him to see it disappear?
Yeah, I just want it to look like it was like I was holding it 1 second and like in front of him it's just like gone, kind of a thing.
Whoa! What does it mean? What does it mean? Oh, what does it mean?
I think we may see another great morning yet.
I knew it. What's the point of even living anymore? We're all just going to die in this catastrophe. It's inevitable. We've seen it happen and it'll happen again.
I'm afraid so, my friend.
You show me more magic.
Sure.
All right. Oh, go ahead, bud.
I want to take one of my gold coins, and I'm gonna reach behind his ear and make it appear, and say, "You've been showering in gold this morning."
Alright. At this point, the Warforged starts reeling in really hard and turns around and shouts to Tunnel. Says, Tunnel, I caught another one.
All right, I'm coming. I hustle over there, and do you have the fish up out of the water?
Yeah, he's pulling it out of the water, and it pops up.
All right, I lean over the edge and grab it, and swiftly with my knife just hack its head right off.
Like, kind of goes back and Chuck's like, whoa, I didn't think we were gonna kill it.
Oh, I thought this was for the stew. What were you gonna do with it?
I don't know. I've never caught a fish before.
Yeah, we're mostly fishing to eat them. Sorry, that's a shock. Yeah, that's what we've been eating. Do you want to taste what I'm cooking up? It's coming out pretty nicely.
Oh, I don't know if I could eat it now that it's full of fish.
What do you like to eat?
Oh, usually just whatever people give me. You know, I haven't been free for that long. You want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Okay. What do you get when you cross a rabbit and a duck?
I don't know. What do you get when you cross a rabbit and a duck?
A rabbit that lays eggs.
The Easter Bunny. Great.
What?
It's like an old piece of lore I heard when I was a kid.
I'm trying to work on my humor. How am I doing?
It's pretty good. I like it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You didn't laugh very much.
I was surprised.
That a Warforged could be so good at humor.
Yeah, that's it. For sure.
Want to hear another joke?
Sure.
What do you get when you cross a tree and a cat?
What do you get when you cross a tree and a cat?
A cat stuck in a tree.
All right. Keep working on it.
Do you know any jokes?
No.
Oh.
Wasn't allowed to tell jokes as a kid.
Hammer and Nail don't like my jokes.
They don't.
No, they just stand there usually. I don't think they're used to being free Warforged.
So they never tell jokes.
Yeah. I think they're starting to get a sense of humor though.
Yeah.
He goes over to the toilet. Once I think I heard Hammer laugh.
What did it sound like?
He does like a sound of like metal scraping together.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Great. Well, sorry, fish.
Are you gonna keep fishing?
Yes. But next time, let's put them back in the water.
Maybe you should just come help me cook.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I've cooked before.
Come over to the fire.
All right. He comes with you and learns some cooking.
Yep, I'm adding spices and like pulling stuff out of my pack and like sprinkling different things in, stirring, getting it all just right.
Great. And then the barge suddenly jolts. And the gnome's papers, the rocks kind of fall over and the papers start flying everywhere. And it shouts, no, and starts scrambling for papers. And they kind of spread all over the barge. And they're threatening to fall over the side.
I'll help you, I say, as I pull out my pan flute and begin blowing on it.
You begin what?
I think I'm going to cast Unseen Servant, and then order my my invisible servant to begin gathering the papers.
All right. Papers get snatched out of the air. No one knows how. So, anyone else trying to grab papers? They're kind of flying everywhere. There's a bunch flying off the front of the boat where Vanya and Ro are.
I'll help out.
I start swatting a couple with my like ladle, like who are trying to go in the fire. I'm like trying to keep them down.
Cora, do you just keep sipping your tea?
No, I keep sipping my tea, watching the chaos unfold around me until one like gets close to my almost asleep Triceratops. He's almost out, but he's interested in this paper. I see it in his eye. He's thinking about eating it. And I don't care about the paper, but I do not want this Triceratops eating that parchment and ink. I don't know what it might do to him. So I quickly snatch it up and hand it to my cousin. I'm like, Johnson, return this to those schools.
Words? Are you going to teach me to read?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Later. Later.
All right. Wait, did you say something? I'm sorry. I thought it might be cut out.
No, it was just.
Great. So the papers kind of get collected. And
I'm back.
the House Orion sailor is still jamming out on his sax. Trying to match your tune that you're playing on your flute.
Just one note over and over again.
You're a bass flutist.
He looks a little annoyed, like you're not taking it seriously.
I'm casting spells, sir.
All right. And so the papers kind of settle down. The gnome's trying to take inventory. He's very stressed out. There's sweat dripping off him.
You know, the goblins used to use stone tablets for legal documents.
I lick a little bit of stew off of one of the pages and hand it to the Warforged.
Great. At this point, Sheila comes out of the cabin. She opens the door. She is wearing very nice clothes. It's actually Glimmerweep clothes. It kind of changes color very dramatically depending on what light is hitting it. But it's also practical. The skirt doesn't drag on the ground. It's pulled up a little bit. And she's wearing clothing of like high upper crust class, but also the type of clothing that she could walk around in the muck with if she had to. She walks over to the soup, goes to tunnel.
Hello, Sheila. Would you like some fish stew?
It smells delicious.
Great. I take a little metal mug out of my pack and ladle some into it and hand it over to her.
All right. She takes a sip. Well, wait, why don't you roll a cooking check?
Will
We'll see how good she likes it.
Well, shoot, I forget how this works for the cooking.
So for cooking,
Mm-hmm.
you could either use your intelligence or your wisdom, depending if you use your smarts or your like kind of passed down knowledge.
Right.
And then you also get to add +2 for your proficiency bonus because you're proficient with cooking tools.
Gotcha. So 17.
Oh, you take 6. Were you ever a chef in Ondare?
Well, actually, my parents are both cooks for House Vidalis, so I've been cooking since I was a little kid.
Well, you seem to be very well on the craft, if my opinion means anything to you.
Well, thank you very much. Do you like the turmeric, or is it too much?
Oh, I've always been a fan of turmeric.
Great. I thought that one would come in handy.
Although I went to this one place called the Lower Crust.
Mm-hmm.
The pun. It's supposed to be one of those, like, classy but low class.
Alright. Check it out.
Thanks.
You know, as I'm walking by, if you get a call, call me.
Anyway, they would always use too much turmeric. I think you have quite a good taste for it.
Ah, that means a lot. Thank you. How are things going in the cabin?
Oh, I always get so seasick on these voyages. I feel like confining myself to a room usually does lighten my mood.
Yeah. Me, I need to have the cool wind in my face.
Well, we're supposed to be stopping tomorrow, though.
Oh, yeah?
This is our last night on board.
Oh, I
We're arriving.
didn't realize it was coming up so fast. have to do the dishes tonight.
Maybe we should have some sort of feast. We have the wine stores.
Ooh, sounds good to me.
You're the one that cooked the food. I suppose you could have the honor of calling everyone over and we can get started here.
Started with the feast, you mean?
That's right. Vanya, won't you grab the wine?
All right, I start scrambling and pulling stuff out of my bag, trying to get another pot out. And nudge. What's my Warforged friend? Clockus?
Boxer.
Boxer. I nudge Boxer and be like, maybe you should actually catch a couple more fish.
Okay, just tell me before you kill them and I won't look.
Okay, that's fine.
At this point, Barrett comes up and he's got a string of like 6 fish.
Oh. Boxer, we're good. Actually, we're good. Come back.
Boxer's actually a horrible fisherman. I'm trying to teach him. He tries his best though. Here you go.
Great. I very quickly, both hands just like gut all the fish and start skinning them, chopping them, scaling them, chopping them up. And pulling out more spices. And I take out a weird pot that I have that has a lid that clamps down, and I throw a bunch of them in there and clamp it down and just shove it right in the fire.
Your
My-
makeshift Instapot?
My secret homemade pressure cooker. We gotta cook these up fast. People are waiting.
Alright. The Carnathians come up from their kind of secluded spot. They pull out like a bottle of wine, share with everyone. And there's like small half keg that Bonnie ends up rolling out from the back of the cart in the ship. And everyone can grab a bowl of soup and feast and have wine if they want.
Great. I take a big bowl, start eating it, and sit back and very satisfied with my work while I watch everyone else dig in.
I have my unseen servant feed me while as I gaze longingly over the rail of the ship.
I wait until almost everyone else has gone and grabbed their food and have split away into small groups or sitting alone eating before I go out taunting, trotting behind me like a little puppy. Pull a large earthenware cup out and scoop some up. Say a quiet thank you to the dear chef and make my way back to the edge, and I pull out a little vessel of spices and take a sip. Actually, and very good. Put the spices back in without it.
I feel really good about that. High compliments.
I get a bowl and eat it, and walk by Tunnel while I'm eating it, and say thanks for cooking, and keep walking by.
My pleasure.
All right. Merrick Drummond, the foreman, pulls out a harmonica. And as we all know, the Orion sailor is an excellent at the saxophone, and they start jamming together. The Canathians do like this bizarre court dance with the 3 of them that doesn't seem to match with the music, but they don't seem to care very much. Boxer is trying to dance his best way. Like imagine like a 3-year-old. Hammer and nail just mostly stand and watch him. And everyone just kind of parties and has a good time.
I'm going to corner the first person I see and detail the exact historical significance of the Carnathians dance instead of like actually partying. Just like super boring lecture.
All right. Your aunt is like trying to sound interested, and you can see her eyes glazing over as she's constantly nodding. Yeah. Anyone else want to do anything significant tonight, or you just party till you drop?
I'm probably just absorbed in the party.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I have like 4 bowls of soup, and I'm just like leaning further and further back.
After finishing my soup, and I get Taunton to help me carry the now very asleep Triceratops, coaxing like a very tired child, like half carrying, half like urging forward, to get the 2 of them into bed, and then stand at the back of the dock where I can still hear the music, if we can call it that, playing, watching the sunset, the night sky behind us.
Good. Santa just sleeps like on top of the Triceratops, who kind of sleeps on his back, just like on his belly, kind of going up and down. Great. And the Orion sailor just plays the saxophone off into the night. Cool. So we're gonna take a quick break because I have to go pee. So break period. Call it a 5.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll put our BRB screen up.
I have it.
Cool.
All right, and we're back, and it is the next day, and this is kind of fast forward a little bit to the point where the barge comes around this corner, and you see in the river this port, and it looks like it's a natural port. It looks like the barge can easily slip into. But you also see a lot of remnants of old docks that looks like they were destroyed. Just like old posts that are half rotted and sticking out of the ground. And the Orion sailor, whose name I keep calling the Orion sailor because I keep forgetting his name. But his name is Mort. So Mort, the big shirtless guy with the ring, kind of suddenly like slows the barge down. The circle of water behind it steadies a little bit. And he kind of moves it very precariously between these stumps and hits land. As soon as the barge touches land, you hear kind of a whining from Tonto, and the whole barge shifts as this Triceratops goes running, jumping onto the land, starts rolling around.
How far does he get before he starts rolling around?
What?
How far does he get before he starts rolling around? Like, is it just like excitement of, oh sweet God, land?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not like off into the jungle.
Okay.
He's just like a young boat. Tanta goes running after him.
Yeah, and as do I. Well, I crack a small grin because I know what's happening. It's freaked out, but follow after and check on both of them.
Tonto is rolling in the dirt next to Tonto. Sheila is at the head of the boat. Starts kind of giving a couple light orders to the Warforged crew and the Carnathians to kind of pull the cart out and start releasing everything. Anyone helping out with that? Or,
I'll help give the orders.
Where are you guys kind of hanging out? What were you saying?
I'll help give out some of the minor orders, like even if they're not super helpful, like pointing stuff out.
Grab that. Mort is also at the head of the barge at this point, kind of lashing it to one of the posts, make sure it doesn't like slide out by itself. Yeah. Toxic is a big roar. When he's on land, it's pretty sad.
Great. I take a quick inventory on my stuff, make sure it's all clean and like packed up nicely, and then I grab a box or like a crate of stuff and start carrying it down.
So she was gonna like put her hand gently on your shoulder. Chippis? Is that your name, Caleb? Chippis.
Yeah, Chippis.
Okay. As you're giving away some useless orders. And she says, all right. So I'm going to actually need you to take a lead here. You think you can handle that?
Oh, of course, definitely. Most assuredly.
All right. We're going to need a few people to go ahead. So why don't you grab the most capable, and I'm going to trust you to select them, and have them go on ahead of the caravan to make sure the path is clear, so we don't get stuck in the middle of anything. This could be a dangerous area.
Yes, of course. I think that's why we should take the superior race, the Warforged.
Well, these aren't combat Warforged. You know that, right?
Well, I mean, all Warforged are combat Warforged. It's in their name.
Kind of sighs. Remember how these Warforged are just construction Warforged that we added to the itinerary? We needed someone for construction, and we had these Warforged that we're paying to construct things.
Yes.
We have other people that we have with us with more varied skills.
Of course. Yes. I just point randomly at the party. Those people.
Nailed it.
Those all seem capable. Well, go gather them up, and we should be able to leave here shortly. We're going to be on our own. Mort's not going to come back for about another week when he's on his way downriver. And so we'll have to make do for ourselves until then.
Of course.
Go out and find the estate, and we'll be behind you.
All right. I will walk up to everybody and kind of give a royal snap, and then kind of like the rude, like you're working for me kind of sense.
Well, you're much taller than me. I kind of size you up, take your number, but then shrug and don't fight on it because it's traveling with a smaller group of people. Sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited. I like hand my crate over to a block. See you later.
One of the Carnathians like takes it from you and just like flips their hair over to the other side and walks off.
I pretty much suit up, and basically it's only natural that Robeth Rohar would be in the lead party.
Need your wisdom. All right. So, you guys head off. So, the area is very lightly wooded, mostly kind of fields and low hills and wildflowers. There's a clear path. It looks like it's been kind of ridiculously overgrown for it only being about 5 or 6 years since everyone left the area. And so you're walking along the remnants of this path that you can still make out through the grass towards where the estate used to be. Before you get there, though, you come to a sort of thicker area of wood where it's a bit darker. Who's leading? Who's heading this? Guiding ahead? Are you guys all together? Are you like split off into groups?
I'd probably put
Or
the
why
shifter
don't
in front.
you figure that out? Hang on a second. Let's do this in character. You guys are like walking along the path. Caleb, what do you tell people?
All right, wilderness lady, go do your thing.
Yep. My name's Tunnel, and you are? That's right, Chippus. Nice to meet you. So we're just heading up to the estate, right? It's basically, is it along? Do I like know where it is?
No, you haven't been there before. Chippus would know.
Is it along the river, or like which way are we going here?
That is a good question. Out of character. What do I know about it?
You know, it's only a few hours walk off of the river to like the main center of the estate.
Oh yes, we're practically right there already.
To answer your question.
So do I tip you when we get there, or how does this work?
You can like buy me a beer, I guess.
All right.
All right. So I have a sense of where we're going. I start trudging ahead.
Wizard, can you detect for hidden monsters along the way?
You got it. I pull out the crystal ball out of my pouch.
Oh, diviner.
Yeah, I stare into it and I ask the ball what dangers lie ahead, and if nothing happens, I just play it off like I'm figuring it out.
All right, Caleb, make a knowledge arcana check. I know you got that skill. You're a well-trained bard.
16.
You've never seen any magic like that before.
I'll lean over to Tunnel and be like, "Oh, he must be really good. I don't even."
It's a trick my wizard friend taught me.
All right.
Are you formally trained at the academy or self-taught?
I got my training in I forget what it's called. Fairhaven. From a wizard who operates out of there.
Oh, how interesting. You should tell me all about him.
Yeah, well, we were drinking buddies for a long time before I became his apprentice.
Well, you have to show me your spell book sometime. I'm just enamored with the arcane teachings.
You got it, but we should really get to this estate first.
Yes.
All right. So you guys move along. How far ahead are you?
Like 15, 20 feet.
Okay. So you come to the edge of this woods that I was jumping the gun to get to. And the path leads through there. How do you feel about this woods?
sort of like pause and take stock and sniff the air.
Great. Roll a perception check. It's a D20
20.
plus the wisdom and your proficiency in perception. I know you already know this.
And 23. I didn't know that they like stack like that.
Great. Hold on 1 second. Not that there's anything of note.
I'm sure there's not. It's just a normal edge of the woods.
Normal, every day.
Sniffing, listening.
All right. As you enter the woods, you use your super sniffing. And this page is not coming up. There we go. Okay. You spot 3 very uncasual wolves that seem to be 2 on the left side and 1 on the right side of the path. They have brown fur, some streaks of gray in it.
Okay.
And that song that Moore was playing comes back into your mind.
Like classy Wolfpack song. They're jazz wolves. All right. I'm trying to suss out if they seem particularly hostile or if they're just hanging out. So I probably I don't
They
know what I
are
do.
watching you intently.
All right. Watching intently. I take a few steps forward, watching them back intently to try to see like what they're gonna do.
Why don't you go ahead and do a knowledge nature?
All right.
You have that?
I do. So just 13 then.
These wolves are pretty obviously on the hunt.
On the hunt.
Yeah.
All right. So I stop walking forward. I make like a harsh whisper back to the group, like, hang on.
20 feet away.
Is it 15
15,
20?
15. Sorry.
You can hear 15 feet away. So like, hey guys, there's some wolves up here. Shh, stop.
What was that?
Like, start slowly backing up.
Don't worry. I'll come and see what's going on. And I cast Speak with Animals.
Great.
And I don't know. Okay, I don't know if there's something else I need to do other than saying that's what I'm doing.
Yes. Hang on a second. I am pulling up Speak with Animals because I don't have every spell memorized.
What? You don't have every
you have
spell
it.
memorized?
Well, I did remember that it is a ritual and a spell.
It is?
So do you have it prepared?
Yes.
Great. That means you could just cast it in one action, or else you'd have to like spend 10 minutes casting it. So
Yeah.
you can immediately cast it, and now you can understand and speak with them, and you can learn about their experiences over the last day, as well as local places and creatures. But it doesn't automatically make them friendly to you.
No.
Yeah.
So I want to.
So
It seems unusual that they would be hunting prey larger than them, and so I want to see if they are like what's driving them to this. So
great. What do you ask them?
I ask, what brings you to this part of the forest, and why are you threatening my acquaintance.
Their ears kind of perk up as they're like kind of not expecting for someone to be able to speak with them, or at least for you guys to speak with them. And they say, we were sent to hunt the new prey. You kind of hear from the edges of the forest.
What new prey is that?
You.
Sent by whom?
We were sent by our master.
Who's your master?
He is a wolf man.
What is his name?
Go ahead and you roll a handle animal, because these guys are looking really impatient.
Okay. Wait, what does that entail?
So that could be a D20. Basically, this is a good time to take a step out and like learn about some D&D stuff, basic D&D stuff. So the D20 is used for almost all rolls you do.
Yeah.
Other than like damage and stuff, it's like
Yeah.
always going to be a D20. Okay, cool. So handled animal would be your wisdom check. So if you look at your character sheet and you find the handle animal on the left, it'll say wisdom in parentheses, which means it takes your wisdom modifier. And if it's a skill you have proficiency in,
Handling.
you
Yeah.
also add your +2.
Okay. So is it the normal wisdom plus and the animal handling plus?
Yes.
So
Well, no. Sorry. I told you that wrong. It is the normal wisdom plus and the proficiency plus. So yeah. So when you have that written in that box, that +5, I'm like, hold up your sheet. That +5 by handle animal is all you have to add.
okay. So just that to the D20 roll makes it 23.
Great. So they're looking like they want to attack you, but they're more curious about your questions. And the last thing you asked them was who sent them. And they said the alpha.
And that's his name? Or what you call him?
You call him alpha.
Why does your alpha want you to hunt us?
Yes, he said to hunt the new ones.
Why?
We can't question the alpha. He tells us what to do. He tells us where to hunt and who to hunt. Sometimes beasts with large horns. Sometimes small packs of little creatures. Today he said those who walk on 2 feet from the river.
How long has your alpha been with you?
He's been with us for 1 year. Many moons. I guess I wouldn't know years. Many moons. Long time. 7 years wolf, 1 year human.
Is there anything I can do for you or give you to keep you from hunting us today?
We disobey Alpha. It will kill us. So, for everyone else,
Yeah.
the small halfling kind of saunters up and starts snarling into the woods. And you can only see 3 wolves, and you hear one of the wolves barking back. And by you, I mean
Tunnel.
tunnel. But you can't hear the one that seems to be doing the most of the snarling. See the one that's doing most of the snarling. There's another wolf out there snarling, is what you can assume.
Okay.
Back at the halfling.
And I'm not understanding anything. That's
No one's understanding any of this.
okay.
But except for that, it looks, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
But they're like
It's just like, that there's like a back and forth.
alright.
And so I
Or what
cast.
are they saying?
They've been sent by someone they call Alpha, who they say is a wolf man, who specifically told them to hunt not only us, but the entire river party. And they won't be dissuaded from this path. They're devoted to following the hierarchy of their pack. There's no reason with them.
Oh, just lie then. Just tell them that we're not us, and that the us that they're supposed to hunt is coming.
You're like, so I turn back to the wolves and I say, we are not the river folk you seek. We've been walking through these lands for many weeks. We saw those people this morning and took a wide berth around them, and we're just trying to continue on our way.
Will you join our pack? Come hunt the river folk with us.
We are bound by by two-legged laws that do not bind wolves. We cannot kill other humans with immunity. So we cannot join your pack.
There is only killing. Kill and be killed.
It seems that way often. But we have to believe that there's a different way.
Pass quickly. We must wait for the others.
Thank you. I don't know. I just I make wide eyes at the rest of the party and gesture for us to move away from the wolves.
By way, do you mean you're moving back towards the river? Or are you going to go through the forest?
Sort of sideways.
Okay.
Not too far forward, additionally, because I don't want the wolves
To be surrounded.
to be completely between us and the other party, because we don't know if there are others out there, and now.
I think I still hear the barge.
Is that a foghorn from the barge? Is a foghorn? Is he heading upriver?
I don't know. I feel like it's more of a tourist thing. They do like a lot of big barging noises. They come down the.
There's like, we're on the river, so there's like big, like giant freighters with containers on them, and then there's like very decorative sort of like paddle steamboat type thing. I'm not sure which one's making the noise.
Amazing. And I turn to everyone and I tell them I've convinced them to spare us right now, but they're still going to go after everyone who's still down by the river.
They should be fine. There's like 50 people down there.
One of them is your aunt.
8, 9.
Do we know how far ahead we are at this point?
Yeah. I mean, let's see here. You've been traveling for about 45 minutes. And you know they're quite slower than you with the luggage and the puppy triceratops. So they're probably about 20 minutes behind you, 30 minutes behind you.
Okay.
And they're just following the path too.
Yeah.
So they're going to come exactly where we are.
What was
Yeah,
that?
so
Sorry.
they're like following the path that we're blazing ahead. All right.
Could we leave like a note on the trail that says wolves, like a little back further from where we are now?
Just right in the dirt.
Yeah.
It's a little picture of a wolf.
Yeah.
Don't go. So as we're like edging off to the side, sort of harsh whisper, like, maybe we should circle back and warn the rest.
And I nod, and I agree. As much as he annoys me, my cousin is back there, and he has my Triceratops.
You're a Triceratops.
That's a long way to walk. How comfortable do you guys feel about just killing these wolves? You're like experienced murderers, right?
Cora, could you like ask them to just take us to Alpha? Maybe we can just like sort this out. There must be some sort of misunderstanding.
I guess. We've sort of bundled into a group, right, discussing this and scooted to the side. And I am assuming the wolves are still in sight.
Yeah. Well, not in sight.
Okay.
For you, you can try to
But they're
spot him if
still-
you want.
They're still around, though. I'm going to call. So I call out to them and say, "Would you take us to Alpha?"
This. Yeah, sorry. I'm distracted because it's a giant barge. Barging over. Might be not as impressive on a computer camera.
It was mostly too bright.
Yeah. Very large and feels very close.
Oh wow! Yeah. Hello, barge.
Hello, giant barge.
Your barge is a little smaller.
It's not that big. You like can't even see the top of it. Right.
Noel says, no. Our leader is deep in the forest. He would kill us if we gave his hiding place.
Can I shift at
So
this
I
point?
convey that information to the rest of the party.
Yeah, shift whenever you want.
I want to shift and use my mark the scent to get like a good sense of where that wolf that's talking is.
Awesome. So what happens when you shift?
Oh,
Oh,
Hi.
you can describe what your character looks like too.
yeah, so I'm like a sort of stocky woman in her mid-20s, and I've got a cool mohawk going on, and then when I shift, sort of my like hands become more like clawy, and my like face elongates a little bit, and, like my teeth come down. I look basically like an American badger. I've got like extra like stripiness in my mohawk, and I'm a little bit like stockier. And so I do that real quick. It takes about a minute, but I've
No,
sort of
it takes a second.
Oh, it takes a second. Gotcha. All right. Takes a second. I like sort of shuffle off for a second and like shift, and then like sniff in the air really, really strongly to try and figure out where this wolf that's talking is.
Do you make a roll for that or anything, or you just kind of automatically know?
As long as I'm shifted. Well, how close away? How far away are they?
He's not that far.
Okay. So if he's in. Well, I think I get it. Yeah, as long as they're in 60 feet, I know where they are, basically, now until I rest. So, like, I've, like, picked up his scent. He's, like, close enough to me that I can, like, sniff him, and then now I know where he is for a while.
He's kind of off behind some bushes. Go ahead and roll a spot check.
Okay.
And roll with advantage, too. So if you get advantage, you can roll the dice twice and take the best of two rolls. And I'm giving Nikki advantage because she can, she's her ability to help her spot exactly where this wolf is.
Is the spot check perception or?
Yeah, perception. Sorry, perception. That's our archaic D&D thing.
All right. I don't think I'm gonna get better than that. Yeah, 24.
Great. Yeah, so you're able to spot him. Now that you like can pinpoint his location with his smell, you're able to like see where he is too. And it's actually like a stark white wolf that is somehow better at hiding than the other wolves. But it's behind some branches and glisten like you really would never have seen it unless you knew what you were looking for. He's like right off to the side of the path. Ahead of you guys into the forest.
Like into the forest. Okay. All right. So I can see the wolf there. I'm shifted sort of off to the side of the group as we're like kind of moving around the edge.
Okay.
And start like heading back to the rest of the party.
Yeah. So what's exactly going on right now? So it's like so you're heading back to the party to warn him.
Like edging that direction, like, come on, guys.
What are you guys up?
Wizard, can you put these to sleep?
I haven't learned that spell yet.
Outside of my what I am willing to do, my skills are in healing. Oh, but I'd have to prepare it. It's not prepared.
Some spells you can cast as a ritual.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to have
Hold
it
on.
prepared.
Let me see how long it. Hold on. Scrolling. Oh, too far. Okay. Just the amount of time it takes to do could be a real problem.
Perhaps an illusion would be useful in this situation.
I can cast Entangle, so at least we get a head start on them if we decide to head back.
Yeah. Sorry, since you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Trying to decide what you want to do. I'll be out of it.
I could perhaps create a phantom party of adventurers for them to attack and come out of hiding, and then we could ambush them as they do so.
Robeth is good with that plan.
Oh, sure. Oh, while you're casting that, I start the process of casting the Entangle. It'll make it easier for us. Like at the same spot where you're creating the vision.
So who exactly were they waiting for?
Us. But we've convinced them to not to attack us, so if it was other like people who look like they were on the barge.
So, do you have Entangle prepared?
No, I don't. But it takes concentration up to a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's the duration. No.
So
what,
you can
how long
cast spells that you don't have prepared if they very specifically have a parentheses ritual after them.
Oh.
So Entangle is like a kind of a combat spell. So if you don't have it prepared, you can't actually just cast that.
Okay, wait, so if it's not... Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind then. We'll figure things out.
Yeah, so like, so mostly spells like speak with animals, where they're like super situational, and you generally like... Whoa!
No
and you
problem.
generally you have some time to cast it.
Okay.
Are ritual spells. Most spells that are cool combat spells aren't ritual, and you have to have prepared.
Okay. Is there a limit to how many you can have prepared?
Yes. Do you have any spells prepared right now?
Well, I mean, the reason why I ask is, so, I'd speak with animals prepared,
Right.
but I did not,
yeah.
but due to lack of understanding, not lack of preparation.
Got it. So you just prepared one spell instead of multiple spells?
In that I didn't know that I needed to or could, so I
Got it.
so not formally.
Awesome. Then let's say you prepared Entangled this morning.
Okay, cool.
Because we're learning,
Yes. Neat.
So that means that it doesn't take 10 minutes to cast it. It just takes a second.
Okay.
So you can wait until the perfect moment.
Cool.
I guess I'll blow on my pan flute and have the the walking turkey legs and stuff they have in the cartoons. I'm gonna make an illusion of that, just like a party of adventurers just made of those.
So okay, setting this up a little bit. You guys have kind of gone off the path a bit, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are 20, 30 feet off to the side of the path as if you're shifting away. And then are you summoning these other guys kind of coming up?
Yeah, coming up
over
the
low
path.
hills?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's a stick figure-y looking group of adventurers walking down the path.
Well, it's silent image, so I guess it's semi-realistic.
Oh yeah. What's the? I just don't think I understand what the chicken leg.
Like in a sort of Looney Tunes when somebody sees something that they want to eat, and it's just like a roast turkey walking along.
Tunnel notices that the wolves notice this thing, but look very confused and are sniffing the air very intently.
Tell the wolves that river people can hide their scent.
I think. But if I talk to them now, they won't think we've left. They'll know we haven't left. They might sense a trap.
Well, it looks like you guys are kind of
Smell us.
Oh, we're just off to the side.
Yeah, I think they know where you are. You're
Okay.
still there. You haven't left that long.
Okay. So I turn back to the wolves and I, as quietly as I can, just give the sense that those are the people. Those are the people that you've been looking for. There's something in the river water that is that masks their scent, but those are the ones we passed not 3 hours ago along the river.
The wolves, which clearly have taken a liking to you, the leader snarls back. Quick, let us join packs. Come into the bushes and hide. We will ambush them. And they start moving around to the other side of the path to give you guys to the west side of the path, leaving the east side open for you guys to come into hiding and ambush the people coming up the middle.
It's like a pincer attack.
You continue on just where you are while the people walk up?
Well, only Cora knows about this, right?
Yeah, Cora's the only one that heard this. Good point.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so I turn, well, it's similar to what they told us before, but I turn and convey to them that they want us to join in on the ambush attack.
Sure.
I can. Oh, go ahead.
You guys move into place?
Yeah.
Robeth could use some roasted turkey.
And Tunnel sees their movements.
Yeah.
gotten a beat on all of them.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you guys kind of, I guess, go into the overgrowth a bit, hide behind some trees. The turkey legs kind of come up and walk into the middle, and the wolves spring into action. So why doesn't everyone roll initiative? So roll a d20 and add your initiative bonus.
11.
Oh, hang on. Add advantage. No, still 12.
18.
Double checking.
19.
All right, I'm gonna actually ask you that all those numbers again once I have my document up to keep track of it all.
Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna do it this way. Who got above a 20? Who got above a 15? Who got? What'd you guys get?
19.
18.
I got 11.
Aura?
No, mine was 18.
Oh, yours. But Chippus was 19,
Chip
right?
is 19,
Yep,
Core
yep,
is 18. I'm 12. Tunnel's 12. And Rose 11.
There we go. Thanks. All right. So all the wolves leap out expertly and start just kind of flying through these illusions.
So they know it's an illusion the second they interact with it.
They do? Okay, good. I was rolling checks. Okay. Yeah. So they very quickly realize these are illusions and are very confused. So Chippus, you rolled the highest initiative. What do you do?
I will shout that they're stupid dogs and make them feel bad about it.
All right. Do I need to roll a save?
I'll target the lead dog, and it's going to be I think a will save or wisdom save.
Does a 8 pass?
No.
I do not think so.
So he takes D4 psychic damage and has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Great. Turkey legs. You'll really miss him.
2 damage. And I'll kind of shuffle on back a little farther back.
All right. Next is
Yeah, me.
Cora. Yeah.
So, seeing that they're very quickly putting it together that we more or less betrayed them and deceived them, I use my prepared entangled spell centered around them to hinder their ability to leap up and attack us right now.
Awesome. And you're able to get all of them because that illusion was pretty tight knit, so they're all like in this similar area.
Wizard, fireball them.
Here. And they all need to make strength checks. So what is your spell save DC? I can help you. Yeah.
I'm right near it. Oops. Strength
Give you
success.
top of your spell.
Oh, 13. Found it.
Awesome. So all the wolves get completely entangled by the brambles shooting up out of the path, wrapping around them. except for the stark white one, seems to have been able to jump away and break through. All right. So Chip is next. That's next. No,
I'm next.
Tunnel.
Yeah. Is the stark white one running away?
No, it just was able to avoid being
Just
restrained.
avoided the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He starts rapping. Only Cora can hear it.
I don't want to be the first one to, use my weapons.
Poor friendly wolves.
These are my people, man.
Just doing what they're told.
Yeah. I can't do anything with animal handling, can I? Like, try and, chill him out.
You can, but they were kind of already chilled, and then everyone attacked
Then
them.
we all started attacking him.
So, more about coordinating with your party if you want to make them chill out. You could ready an action to attack one of the wolves if they attack one of you or something.
Alright, I grab my 2 blades and take a couple steps back. And defer. Don't want to do anything yet.
Great. Tunnel. That's you. That's what you did. Great.
Yep.
Ro, ready for that fireball.
All right. So, can sneak attack work with the short bow?
I don't know. You also have advantage on every wolf that is entangled.
Okay.
I know sneak attack does something with advantage, right?
Yeah, it says I don't need advantage on an attack roll if there's an enemy target within 5 feet of it. Otherwise, I need advantage to do the sneak attack, I think. But I have it because they're all entangled, right?
Everyone but the stark white wolf.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up sneak attack.
Yeah, you can definitely use your bow.
Thank you.
Okay. It's on page 96, but yeah. I guess that's what I'm going to try and do, is a sneak attack on whatever wolf is entangled that's closest to us.
Great. Go ahead and roll your attack to see if you hit it. The first attack roll of our game. Look at that.
Hooray.
So is this a D20 first, or?
Yep, it's a D20 first plus that attack bonus.
Okay. I got 11 plus 5, so 16.
Yep, and that beats his armor class bonus. So everyone has that armor class bonus. So that's
Okay.
what you have to beat when something's trying to hit you.
Okay.
If you beat it, so that means you get to deal damage.
Cool. So 1d6 plus 3, and then my sneak attack is an extra 1d6. Do I add a plus 3 to that sneak attack damage, or no?
You do not.
Okay. So first, I got 5, and then my second roll, so I do 8 damage. 8 piercing.
All right. You want to explain where you hit the wolf? It hits him pretty hard.
Aiming for the head. I don't want to waste any good meat.
Nice. Yeah, so bow cuts right through him, and it stabs right through his shoulder, right on his neck. He kind of limps around a bit while he's still entangled. Okay, the wolf's up. The white wolf snarls betrayer and lunges towards Cora. He kind of slices right through the jungle. He's very fast and is able to reach you. And he tries to bite down on you. And does a 13 beat your armor class.
He has disadvantage to you for my spell.
From your entangle spell?
My mocking spell.
Your mocking spell. Oh, that's right, he does. Yeah. That's great. Thanks for reminding me. Does a 12 hit your armor class?
Cool. And my armor class is 14.
Great. So it does not, which means that he just kind of chomps out at you and bites on the. You have a staff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he bites onto your staff, just trying to you're holding it back.
No,
He's trying to
I don't
get
have
you.
a staff. I thought you said sack.
Oh,
Okay.
sack? Sure, he bites onto your sack that you were carrying as he's trying to get to you. Right there on your back. It's a good visualization.
Yep, this is the right visualization. The wolf is bearing down upon me.
And no one's in range of the other wolves, so they're just trying to struggle to get out. What is your DC again? Caleb, for the entangled?
Not me.
Cora.
Oh, Cora, sorry.
The
Is 13, right?
13, yeah.
All right. Now the strength check. The one that was hit breaks free and comes charging at Bo, a row. And he gets right up next to you, but he can't quite hit you yet. And Chippus.
I will continue mocking the wolf. You
All right.
can't even bite something half your size right in front of you.
Oh. And he's getting very frustrated, and even though he doesn't understand what you're saying, you can tell you're mocking him.
That's another 2 damage.
Wow. You need to roll higher than these damage rolls. And he has disadvantage on his next attack?
That is correct.
Great. And Cora, got a wolf on your back.
I got a wolf on my back. Okay. What can I do? I struggled to get my dagger free, and because he's biting onto my bag across my back, I just kind of reach behind me, try to stab him in the eye.
Great. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I rolled an 8. What do I add to it, if anything?
You add your attack bonus. So if you look up your dagger and see what your attack bonus is.
So +5, so 13.
All right. And at 13, you're just able to reach him. You get him right in the face. So go ahead and roll the damage, which is in that damage column.
And it's a D4. Confirming. Right?
Yep. Yeah, 1d4 plus 3.
6.
6 total? All right. Yeah, you get him right in the head. And he howls out in pain and lets go of your back. And he does not look in a good way.
Side.
He's
Cool.
still up. All right. Next we have Tunnel.
All right. So I hit the white wolf with my two swords that I had ready.
Great. Roll your d20 to hit him first.
14.
14. That hits him.
All right.
You want to roll your other attack too? Or do you want to just do one at a time? Because you could, like, move a little. It doesn't matter.
Sure. I'll do the first one. Is 7. Flashing.
All right, where do you hit him? He kind of backing up and his head's a little.
Right.
All right, he backs right up into you and you just slit his throat. And he falls down. Unmoving.
All right. And then, where's the one that was charging at row? Is it close?
Yeah, it is close because you guys were close together, so you can move over and use your other attack.
All right. So I spin around and try to hit him with my other sword. 13.
That hits.
All right. And does 2 damage.
All right, so he's been hit in the neck, and now you just stab him in the hind legs, and he's looking really hurt.
All right.
All right. So then next up is Ruff.
Cool. So there's the one wolf right in front of me. Then it's been hitting the legs and the neck, but is still up.
Yeah, barely.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my dagger and short sword, and just attack the wolf, I guess.
All right, roll the hit.
There's no reason on this wolf that there would be advantage, not from like Caleb singing or.
No.
Okay.
No, there wouldn't be.
Flanking with Nikki, maybe?
Does flanking give you advantage?
Oh.
He can say flanking gives you advantage.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, he's got like 3 people on him.
Yeah, I think one of the sneak attacks thing I just remembered is that, yeah, if there's another enemy target within 5 feet, I don't need advantage.
Great.
So I think I can use sneak attack again, but.
Also remember, you can always give yourself advantage with your inspiration point. Everyone has 1 inspiration point.
Oh.
I thought I'd mention that. Kind of get that in head. If ever you want to get an advantage on a roll, you can kind of do that with your inspiration point. And if you do something badass, I'll award you more inspiration.
Cool. So I think for now I can just do a normal sneak attack. So I roll a d20 against his armor class. Is that right?
Yep.
It's 18. Do I add? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you had your attack bonus.
Okay, so I rolled an 18, so I got a +5 on top of that. So. 23.
So
Yeah.
that hits.
Yeah.
Too hardy.
So my first d6 is a 2 plus 3, so that's 5. And then 4, so I do 9.
Yeah, you take it out.
Cool.
Yeah, you slash back at it, find the same hole, and just resheath your dagger further in, and you
Yep.
get him down.
There we go.
All right. So now it's the wolves up. The 2 are having a real hard time getting unstuck. Until now, they both bust out, and they kind of run off to. Actually, you know what? They kind of snarl at you guys, and they see that their leader is dead, and they start running off into the forest behind them. Chippus, you're next. Are you going to pursue them? We can also just an initiative if you guys are going to let him go.
My character wouldn't. I'd look expectantly at the rest of the party, but I'm not going to personally pursue them.
I don't think I can shift my mark the scent to one of the ones that's still alive. I think that's only once per shift. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think it is once per shift, isn't it?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I sort of watch closely where they go into the forest, but don't chase after them.
All right. You get a clear sense of the direction they headed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. I think we'll just end initiative then. And the wolves are dealt with
For now.
for now.
The white one should make a fine rug.
It's very beautiful.
Is anybody hurt?
I don't think so.
I'm okay.
I don't think anyone got hit.
All right. Well,
Should we loop back and warn the party?
How many wolves did we see run away?
The last two surviving,
Okay.
and they seem to be really running away. I don't know.
all right.
I guess I'm just trying to say that you guys did kill its leader, and it seemed like it's that the realization of that leader is that they.
All right. I go bundle up the carcass of the leader and start trying to figure out a way to tie it onto my pack so I can take it with us.
I want to take the other one with us that we killed.
All right. So, Nikki, you kind of string it up, drain its blood really quickly into the forest so it doesn't get everywhere,
Yeah.
and kind of neatly get it tied to your pack.
I kick some dirt over the blood. Not too much evidence on the ground.
Or should we leave evidence
it-
for the rest of our party?
Well,
Oh,
we're going back, right? We're gonna tell them that there's some weird wolves after us out here.
I figure we just press forward. They're not too far behind us. Hopefully the wolves won't come back before we're settled in.
That's true. We're not too far away from the estate.
we will leave a note.
Fair enough. I unkick the blood, and now there's just a big muddy smear of blood and dirt.
They also
It's not in the path directly anyway. It's kind of off to the
There.
side.
Okay.
And real, I don't know how good you are at skinning animals. Yours might just be kind of bundled up and getting a little bit of blood everywhere, unless tunnel helps you out.
Well, I think the first thing I want to do is I want to pull out a pen and some parchment and then write wolves in the area and then set it in the middle of the trail and place a rock on top of it.
Nice.
And then maybe I'll have seen Tunnel expertly have handled the other wolf, and I will ask for help.
Yeah. I lend a hand, use my good knife and a little bit of rope and help get it situated.
Great. All right, so you guys continue on your way? Question mark?
Yeah. Back to the main path through the forest that we were on the first time. I think I resume the lead position again. A little sad.
Poor wolves.
Poor wolves.
Poor wolf.
All right. Well, you break through the other side of the jungle, and you guys coming along rather uneventfully. You start to see some remnants of some old stone huts. They have burn marks on them, and the roofs are gone. And they look like they were old farming huts. And Caleb, I think you're the only one that's been here before, right? Chippis has been here before?
Yeah, I've definitely been here before.
I don't think anyone else. Oh, no. Cora has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you might remember. Chippis certainly remembers, the farm families that used to live there. And that's what they were for, was farming huts further away. Let me know if you want to stop, investigate anything or something, or we can keep moving on.
I kind of want to investigate. See what happens. So I go and I walk up to one of the buildings because you said they look kind of scorched.
Yeah.
I kind of want to walk into one of the buildings and poke around in some of the ashes and see what might have been left behind.
You find like some tools and stuff that look like someone took great effort to make sure they were all broken and completely unusable. Like you'd find like half of a rake head that someone like pried apart in order to make sure that it wasn't a usable rake anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Also, can you do a knowledge nature check for me, or just a nature check? Sorry.
A nature check. Yeah, with the D20 again.
Yeah.
I think it's just 10.
Okay. You notice that there's like a lot of overgrowth around the building. A lot of vines that are building up, a lot of grass that's built in. Kind of like that path that seemed like it was growing rather fast, but you don't really know why.
Okay.
Someone just overgrown it. Yeah, nothing else of note though. So you guys continue on. You get to what used to be the local tavern. It's a bigger stone building. It's actually still pretty intact. But once again, there's like burn marks on it. This is closer to where Cora and Chippus were when the attack happened, and so you remember the burn marks as the people that attacked the village, looting.
I wonder if the wine cellar is still intact.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should investigate.
Sounds good.
Works for me.
Like, stay outside. I don't trust the structural integrity of the building enough.
All right. The building collapses. Everyone roll a new character except for Cora.
My character is now a 20. Hey!
Wow.
I think Nikki saved us all from the collapsing building.
Natural 20s and everything for my new character. His name is Funnel Tough.
So, anyone searching around for wine or anything useful, go ahead and roll a search check.
Please be funny.
Wasted.
Would it be investigation
What would
or
a search
perception?
check be? Is that perception or investigate?
Investigate?
Probably.
Can it be perception? Because I don't have investigate.
I don't know what like searching stuff usually is in 5e for some reason. I would say you can use. I would say investigate for really deep diving searching. Perception's more for like spot searching.
I got a 22.
I got a 23.
I got an 11.
All right. So Caleb, you find in an old compartment that you remember the gold barkeep used to kind of sneak over to every once in a while, and you never got to investigate it personally. Now's your opportunity, and you look into it, and there's a hidden compartment under the counter with a really old bottle of very fine on their Merlot. And it was actually brewed by the Were monks. WYR if you're writing modes.
An excellent vintage.
You want all that detail.
We'll crack it open to celebrate once we get the estate back in order.
And Ro, you find in a back room under a bunch of burnt books you find what was intact due to being hidden under a wooden slab of tablet is the original deed to the tavern, and it's actually got a name on that deed, and that name is Briani.
Briani. Okay.
Briani. All right.
All right. I just head back to the kitchen and kind of like look at the shelves, general sweep, see if there's anything tasty I want to take.
There is some very untasty looking things that maybe have gone bad after a while. But nothing tasty.
Knock stuff aside. Nah, nothing good here.
Hang on a second, my audio's breaking down.
Are the flame marks coming from inside the kitchen?
No.
Okay.
All right, so you guys continue on your way?
I think so.
Yep.
Are you still leading?
Yeah, why not?
All right, why don't you roll a perception check? You're scouting out.
Has it been more than a minute? I guess so.
Yes,
I'm unshifted now.
You could shift again, but that'd be weird to randomly shift.
All right, 14.
Great. You don't have anything else of note. All right. So you guys come up to the estate, and you're coming in from like the path kind of leads around the back of the estate and then towards the front. And as you come through the back of the estate, can everyone hear me okay? Because my audio cut.
Your video cut, but the audio's there.
I mean, I can only hear you in real life, so.
Okay, I think my internet is like going bad all of a sudden. But if you guys can still hear me, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I think we're gonna end it off like pretty soon here. So I'm just gonna leave you with this. As you guys come up towards like the back of the estate, you see like these very dense, brambly, overgrown, what used to be a hedge maze. Now it's just kind of a giant field of thorns. You see the burnt out estate itself, which is the like kind of manor house, and it is this kind of a like Italian like style building with like big arcs. It's very open, and sitting kind of standing near the edge of the hedge is this very squat looking man pacing back and forth a bit. And when he spots you guys walking up, he kind of stands like he's waiting for you. And directly to his left is a crow that seems to be perched pleasantly near him. And we'll continue on our adventure next time from there. Sound good? I can't hear anyone, so I hope it sounds good.
Cool.
I think it sounds good.
Sounds good.
Everyone saying sounds good?
Great. Now's the perfect time for me to cut off and just everyone. Ah! Cool. Perfect time for my computer to like die on the internet. So.
Yeah. Very convenient.
So yeah, everyone good?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good.
it's good.
All right. Thanks for joining the first adventure, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
Yay. Getting started.
Yeah, getting started. Stuff's happening. And see you all in a couple weeks.
Yep. See you
See
guys.
ya.